business news as they happen in and around the country, and also getting to know the best prices or the rate at which different prices are moving on across the globe, and information that drives your business pretty much. And with this morning show, we get to understand more aspects of life and how best we can utilize that space. Well, with 28 minutes to go to the top of the hour, we head into the SMB Insight. And this time around with the SMB Insight this morning, we are deliberately going to look at the Mtn YOTV app launch. This particular one happened on Friday. This was an official launch of the Mtn YOTV as the YOTV Channels app was launched officially. It is an app where entirely you can get to access TV and different content with the comfort of your smartphone wherever you are. You can as well catch Smart 24 TV on your TV. Wherever you are, whether you're in the bathroom or whether you're washing or whether you are in your bedroom and you have no access to mainstream TV, or you have no TV with you in your home, but at least you have a smartphone, you can definitely open the app and connect instantly. So the YOTV app being launched officially, it also created an opportunity for the content creators, speaking of which there's comedians, musicians, directors of movies and all that, to start earning big from their content. And this is easily because the people who use the app will be paying for the content they subscribe to. And once a user, me, you, or any other, will definitely log into the app and pay for this content, then the content creator will definitely receive a notification on their phones or onto their accounts that someone is using your content, or someone has liked your content, or someone has paid for your content. This way clearly shows that the content creators will be earning money off their content, off their creativity. And this is the best way to go if you're to look at that. So following up more on the issue of content creation in the country, as we are pushing further and beyond to see that content creation becomes a reality in Uganda, and to see that people tend to receive as much as they input. Well, for the days that we've actually been pushing for a lot of these things, content creators in Uganda have come out to claim that they've not been receiving money from the content that they pay, or the content that they definitely put a lot to ensure that that content goes onto the screens. But this time around with the YOTV Channels app, the opportunities are there that will definitely help these people get to know that their content is being appreciated and that they can easily earn from it. And with the SMB Insight this time around, we get in touch with Prince Juko. Now, Prince Juko, who is the head of commercials at the YOTV Channels app, tells us more about this app and what they intended in something he calls a disruptive app entirely. Welcome to the SMB Insight.
For joining us, and today we are at the launch of YOTV Channel app. I think we've been telling you more about this app and how you can access TV, how you can access Ugandan content, and I believe now it is a platform that you can freely get wherever you are, if you're Ugandan or whether you're not a Ugandan, but you can still access this platform. And joining me to discuss more about this particular launch is a gentleman from the marketing department and from the team YOTV. You're most welcome, sir.
Thank you. My name is Prince Juko Brian. I head commercial at YOTV Channels. Yes, and we're happy to be with Smart 24. It's one of the stations that is on the platform. And what YOTV basically is a Ugandan product, a Ugandan platform that brings closer to the Ugandan TV stations, radio stations, movies and music, as well as kids content now to the Ugandan out there. So we are happy to be part of the Smart TV collaboration.
So we would want to know, by the way, the viewers would want to know, what was the intention of YOTV first? Because looking at the fact that people are now turning to mobile phones, I should say, what was your intention? What is your target market behind the initial programming of this app?
All right. We are simply out there to be a disruptor. We see the trend that is happening the world over. the TVs are leaving the screen, they're leaving the screens, or TVs like we call them, are leaving the walls and now coming onto people's handsets. So people now watch and want to have the convenience of having content on their mobile devices. So Your TV comes to answer that question of the trend, to say that we are now bringing things closer to the Ugandan on their mobile phone. So simply what we're trying to do here is to achieve content consumption on the mobile.
Now, how are you going to gather this content, by the way? Because I would want to know, for the content creators who are there, maybe the other movie producers, TV, musicians, how are you going to get this content?
Okay, one word: collaboration. We are collaborating with different partners, just like Smart24, the different TV and radio stations, to bring their content to the Ugandans through our platform. The same way they can get it on the traditional media channels, they can now also get it on the mobile through the Your TV channels app. The music makers, for example, the comedians, all of them are really coming on board. We're signing contracts with them in terms of ownership of the content that they're giving us, and then we relay it to the Ugandans out there. We've grown leaps and bounds. We are less than 2 years old, but as we speak, we have over 1.4 million Ugandans on the platform. It's a testament to really the need of the Ugandans to consume their own content out there.
Okay, and I've heard something about mobile money, how content creators are going to be receiving mobile money notifications as long as people are watching their content. How is that going to work?
So the way it works is that a talented Ugandan out there needs to earn from their craft. So you have a musician, for example, you have a comedian, for example, they need to be able to earn from their talent. They sit and take a lot of time to create this amazing, content. So they need to be able to earn from it. So what we've done simply is to create a platform for them to showcase this talent to the Ugandans. They like it, they buy it, and when the money comes through, it goes directly to them as the content creators. So for us, what we've done is to provide a platform where they're earning money directly. So I think that this is helping the industry grow. It is helping them to monetize their content and to grow them. Musicians and all other content creators like comedians and the rest should really earn from their craft and talent.
Okay. Now, your parting shots as we are winding up with our discussion.
My parting shots will be the simplest. A Ugandan out there, you have a smartphone. Simply go to the Apple Store or the Google Play Store if you have an Android or Apple phone. And please download the Your TV Channels app. You'll get Ugandan content that is made for you and by people like you.
Thank you very much, Prince Juko. And there you have it. So we've been here at the launch of the Your TV app. And definitely you can still go out there and download it on your iOS or Google Play Store so that you can watch Ugandan content as it comes, and you can definitely watch TV at the comfort of your mobile phone. Thank you very much. I'm Joram Paul Sonko, driving business.
And there you have it with the issue to do with the Mtn YOTV app launch. Now, the content creators have the chance to get money off their content, and you as a content creator, whether you're on TikTok, whether you are a comedian who is actually getting your skits and pushing them online, that is the platform for you, and you can use it as well. TV is moving to mobile phones. He said it clearly. And when he says it's more of a disruptive app, it is more to take people's eyes off the set they are used to and get comfortable with social media or get comfortable with their phones. And this is exactly what we're actually looking at here. In most of the areas, or in most of the cases, as we happen to realize, is that you as a Ugandan or you as a content creator, you always have that urge to clearly see your content move places. You always have the urge to see that people get to appreciate the content that you do, or you get to always put in a lot of investment to see that your content is being appreciated and in monetary terms, because sometimes you will realize appreciation in words may not definitely add value to you as and in the video. However much it is a motivation to many, but clearly it is something that will not speak volumes for any other person, but at least if you keep pushing harder, you will experience certain things and see that at least if there's something that is popping up onto your account, or if you're receiving notifications here and there, the chances are high that you will be excited and that you will be happy to see things happening in your perspective. And that is it when it comes to the same issue of the content creators. Our content creators are quite many in Uganda, and then we've got comedians, we've got artists, we've got clearly people who actually just do skits and all those things. So content comes in various forms. We've got writers, we've got poets. All those are content creators, but in most cases they input a lot to see that you enjoy that content, or for you to receive that final product that you are happy to see with, or that you share on your WhatsApp status, that you share on your different social media platforms. That is the content that these people plan for. That is the content that these people add value to. And in the long run, they expect you to at least also add or to appeal to that content in the easiest way. Because if you are an individual and you want to see people at least say thank you to you, you would experience at least a better way. You will actually tell that the better way to experience that thank you is when you receive a notification with our generation currently. So as we experience it, as we actually push further with experiencing it, let's go by supporting our Ugandan content creators. Let's at least show them the love that they deserve by paying for this content. Let's subscribe to this content whatever platform you're using that needs you to pay for content. Let's welcome it amicably. Let's give it all our best to see that our particular content creators earn from their content and earn from their sweat. It is exactly that joy that we would all love to see with content and everything to do with technology, because we are looking at a technological world, we're looking at an innovative world where a lot of things are highly expected of us. So we want to experience that joy and create a strategy for people to understand and believe that with their sweat and with their content, they can earn more with it. So that is the Mtn YOTV app launch that was officially launched on Friday. We keep telling you that we are also part of the YOTV, because you can get Smart 24 on YOTV channels app, and you can get to watch business and 24/7 wherever you are. So you can catch up with us wherever you are and whatever you're doing. But as long as you have access to the internet and you've got your smartphone with the MTN internet ready, you can click on that and get to discuss more and interact with the business world and connect all over with the YOTV channels app. So now, away from that, the next report is a bit sad with the SMB update. I want to show you some of the images as it transpired from the areas of Mbale, Sironko and Kapchorwa in regards to flooding that really happened, natural disasters. This is something that we keep on looking at, and for example, say climate change is something that we should definitely be aware of. Now, this particular report that we actually are going to discuss more about is regarding the natural disasters that transpired over the weekend and left many scores counted dead and quite a number of property damage. 13 were left killed, 12 missing as floods hit Mbale, Kapchorwa and Sironko areas. Let's first have a look at this particular SMB update regarding the natural disaster that happened in the eastern part of Uganda. All right, now that is some of the images as they were actually happening. And now, when you look at the numbers in here, 13 have been recorded dead and 12 missing in regards to that, and quite a number of those are still we will be giving you all the updates in regards to what is coming in from those areas. So we do expect a number of things or a number of recordings coming in. So those are some of the images in regards to those floodings that happened in there. Now, this was a state of emergency update on disasters in Mbale, Sironko and Kapchorwa. The heavy and extended rain started at about 8 p.m. That is on 30th July 2022 in eastern Uganda, leading to flooding in the areas of Mbale, Kapchorwa and Sironko. For example, when you look at the district of Mbale, 7 people were dead, recorded dead. Areas most affected included Namabasa, Bugwere Cell, Bugunko sub-county. Those are in 3 villages. Then Red Cross deployed 2 ambulances to support emergency evacuations. 20 response action teams deployed to support rapid needs assessment. Then in Kapchorwa, 3 were recorded dead, 4 injured, and referred to Kapchorwa Main Hospital. Then 1 ambulance was deployed to support emergency evacuations, and 10 response action teams deployed to support rapid needs assessment. Then areas most affected was Kapsida sub-county, Chemalim village, Tuyomboye, Tuyombei parish, that is in Kapchorwa. Then in Sironko district, most affected areas included villages around Sironko town council, the Bukise sub-county, Busambia, Bumuka, Doko, Nabirete, Dokas, Buchiende, Namirende as well. Then the number of people affected, households over 480 in Sironko district, over 480 households were affected, but no death reported and no reported injuries. That is for the district of Sironko. So the death and missing persons were recorded in Mbale and Kapchorwa. Then in Bulambuli district, areas affected include Dikwonje sub-county, Duara parish. Then there are also issues to do with Buyaka, Bunabalayo, Kori, Sipi, Bumugoya, Labong sub-county, Mpumbura parish and Moyende sub-county. The number of deaths reported, no injuries, and then the households that were affected were over 672 households were affected in Bulambuli district. Then in Bukedia, areas that were affected include Busano village, then Aminit sub-county, then data on households and people affected coming in later. Then 20 response action teams deployed in support of rapid needs assessment, that is in the areas there. Then districts and areas on high alert include Butaleja, Soroti, Katakwi, Amuria. Then RICATs are on standby to do response. Meanwhile, doing community early warning and emergency messages on safety. Communities are advised to take heed, and then you can definitely see in there when climate change occurs in most of the areas, numbers can be recorded dead and property can be destroyed. That is why we need to pay cautious on the human activities that also include human settlement in some areas that should be limited. We should as well also focus more clearly on how we can concentrate on the other things. So let's learn to focus more on the things and things that keep us moving, and clearly look at how we can protect the environment, which is something of huge concern. We should as well also notice and focus more on the human activities that we do. I've mentioned something to do with settlement, but also practicing good farming methods, and that is a way that can as well promote or safeguard the environment without facing some of these natural calamities that may be unavoidable. So before it is too late, we should set up preventive measures, because this will entirely affect the entire communities that we live in, and it as well affects those that we care about. Now, you can look at the households that have been affected. Now, 13 people have been killed. There are numbers that are missing as well. 12 so far have been recorded missing. And then we've got to also realize there are a number of injuries that were recorded during this flooding due to the natural disasters that occurred in the areas of Kapchorwa, Mbale, Sironko, Bukedia, Bulambuli district, Sironko district, and the other areas and surrounding communities in there. So it is something that we need to focus more on, and surely see how best we can follow up on that. We've got 8 minutes to the clock, and when we return with our topic of discussion, we're looking at the hotel business management post-COVID era. How can we look at that entire sector? So we're going to be looking at the hotel sector in more perspective, and you will definitely want to know of which discussions are yet to come. That and more is what we're having at the top of the hour with our topic of discussion. Stick around, we'll return with the third hour of the show. Good morning.